Hey everyone, welcome in. It's day 169 of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, free to play day by day. This is the account where we hold the line and not doing what everybody else is doing. And, stuff is, I don't know, it's kind of, I don't know, I guess surreal is what I should say when one of the big dudes starts something for I don't know, whatever reason. And, you either have to be asleep or not paying attention to know what I'm talking about. And by the time you hear this, it'll be like normal. It would have been, there's a reason I do a couple of days ahead, or usually weeks ahead, is because it's old news, and so there's people have time to have clear heads as far as what I'm talking about prevail. And but we are still waiting. We're still waiting on. Still continue to wait on the Lightspeed bundle. I just decided to do a couple of these first. I do want to check something, so I might pause the video here in a second just so I can check something. So, let's see. I don't know. I feel like before all this, I never really paid attention to much. A lot of stuff on Discord, because I have, it's almost 1:30. I got back from doing things, and now I'm doing this, and I have to do it again tomorrow. So it's going to be another couple of days before we get back to the whole 8:30 time, which I like doing a lot more than 1:30 at night. It's 5 hours earlier. It's not that I'm awake, not that I'm not awake, because I just got home and I'm warm and I'm in the cool down portion of the day, and it's just different. I did a good job of spending credits almost perfectly. I wonder when these topped out, but who knows? Who knows when these topped out? What are we at on Bosk? We are into 5 stars now, so that's good. Now we get 2 boss shards. What are we getting here? Then we're gonna get something good from the. Give me. We're still gonna be a couple days before we get the next pack opening for the bounty hunter ships. And of course, I still got my fingers crossed that But I mean, like I've talked about before, if they do profundity, I mean, not exactly profundity bundle, but and a basically a basic what would equate to basically profundity. I mean, not profundity, executor. If they basically give us in-kind packs that basically equal executor, not profundity, executor, by and it doesn't take much. It's basically just a seed pack and Chewbacca. And it's like, hello, executor. I mean, it's not totally there, but it's really close. But yeah. But I think I talked about it, would C be a lot? No. But I think if they gave you C, they would have to give you Phoenix. Because how else are you going to get Thrawn? And But who knows? Who knows what they're going to do? But I definitely have my favorites, and I don't think it's too hard to. I don't think it's too hard or too whatever to figure out, to try to figure out who my favorites would be, who I'm actively rooting for as far as a pack goes, because it's not any mystery. What else did I see anything today interesting that I thought was interesting? Not really. Other than I might have come to a decision. Now, understand, before I say this, that I grew up in Florida, and I'm not a fan of winter. I'm also not a fan of fall. But I think I've made a decision, and I'm definitely not a fan of ice. And so growing up, my dad's big joke is, why are there hockey teams in Florida? Because we have no ice in Florida. I mean, not that it doesn't get cold there, and there are conditions where ice will form, but it's not like it snows, and it's not like the road freezes and it needs to be de-iced. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about you wake up in the morning and there's icicles hanging off your house. Unless you live in Cahoon, then maybe that's possible, or somewhere like that, somewhere close to Georgia, somewhere close to Alabama. Maybe you have that problem, but back where I'm from, that's not a thing. I mean, there's many aspects to this, but I think I've decided I'm going to be a hockey fan. That's not Star Wars related, but it's just something that I thought was interesting, and so I decided to share it and do with it what you will. Read into that what you will. That's all fine. Why did I do Boba Fett? I should have done 5s. We're still going to do 5s because Boba Fett is still, that might have been a waste. I'm hoping it's a waste, but whatever. I mean, I want the Boba Fett thing to be a waste. If it's 5s, I don't care enough about the clones, at least right now, to be like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. That's the reason why we're not doing IG-88, because I did Boba already. So in here, of course, we've already got Cad Bane, so that's not really an issue. So but yeah, I did see random, well, not random, but yeah, we still need to slave one. I'm like, wish I had more, because I need Rex, and I need Biston, and I need Plo. Give me more ship arena, fleet arena cards. Of course, here in a minute, in a couple weeks, I'll be to the point where it's like, doesn't really matter. I totally don't remember if I did this. Because I didn't. That would be why. Don't know if you heard that, but I decided to pause the video to let someone finished their business. Let's put it that way. So apologies if you heard it. I tried not to. I tried to silence it, but um, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? One thing I do want to know is have any of you been taking my advice? And have you checked out some of the videos on the React channel? Now, I know there's some controversial stuff out there about React, but at the end of the day, I'm not trying to do anything. All I'm trying to do is just have a laugh, helps me unwind. I'm not really worried about the whole whatever of it. I'm not worried about the whole, you know, it's just a channel that I enjoy watching to help me unwind. And that's the whole reason that I like and appreciate React, is because they have some funny stuff that makes everything just a little bit, and of course, like with everything else, there are takes. Like I'm sure some of you had where it's like you're insert word here, and I definitely have those when I watch some of those videos, but it's fine. Earlier today, I picked up some pieces so we can take Mace up. Mace, who I'm obviously not worried about, or I'm not overly concerned about them having a pack 4 because I haven't, and it's not that I don't care enough. It's not that I don't care a lot about Mace. It's just like it's a non-issue. It's a non-issue for me. Whereas the bounty hunters, I like the bounty hunters. I was thinking about it earlier, and I was like, what do I think is going to be the long-term vision of this account? Who are going to be the stalwarts of this account? And I don't think it's too hard. I don't think it's too hard to guess. I will have a number of Empire on this team, but I'm not exactly a huge Empire fan. That being said, I'll probably have a Palpatine team with Palpy, Vader, Mara Jade at some point, Starkiller at some point, and whoever else. First Order for me is just not anything I'm worried about. Resistance is not anything I'm worried about. I think at some point, the Zori team with the two posts and 2 fins would be a nice team to have. And that's the main driver behind why I didn't go for Rey and Kylo, is because I'm not interested. I'm not really interested in Rey and Kylo. That's just, in the Starkiller bundle, I was interested in. It was just more money than I was willing to pay. But if they bring it back later and at a lower price, we'll reevaluate and go from there. But I am super excited for the new Bo-Katan Mandalore Bo-Katan team that's coming out, and I think that I really like all the Mandalorians. Where we're talking about Din and Grogu and IG-11 or whoever, or whether we're just talking about the Mandalorians as a whole. I do plan to have both the dark side and the light side Mandalorians going forward. Since we pick up Maul, whenever that is, the Qui-Gon Omicron team with the Qui-Gon Anakin, Jedi team is fine. Obviously, CLS team is good. I'm gonna have all that. Gonna have the Rogue One team. Gonna have obviously the fleets are at priority. Which we'll actually have to talk about here in a second when we jump in the shop. Which I took a little detour, so now we can probably do that. Can I bring Akbar up? What am I missing here for Akbar to be able to bring Akbar up to 12? Can I bring Akbar to 12 tonight? That's steep. That's steep. We'll have to come back to that. We'll have to come back to Akbar. We'll definitely have to come back to Akbar. But if we can, maybe we can take him up tonight, but I don't know. But other than that, I don't know that Lord Vader is going to be a team that I go for at any point. Just because I've, seen so much stuff that I don't know what is what about that. And so I'm not really comfortable speculating on any of that real quick. Let's see if we can finish Akbar tonight. Because Akbar is going to be somebody that's going to sit here for a while. He's going to be up here. He's going to be sitting here for a while. And why? You might be wondering, why is he going to sit there? Why are you going to do that with him? Well, it should be patently, that should be obvious. He's somebody that we need. Let's do it. Like, this is going to be painful, but I'm like, let's do it. Let's get it over with. It'll be fine. Just do it. Just get it over with. Just do it. It'll be fine. Just get it over with. You're going to need more anyway, so. Gear 12, Admiral Akbar. Gear 12, Admiral Akbar. Like I said, he's not going anywhere. He's going to stay right there. He's somebody we need. He's important. We're still waiting. What do I need? What do I need here? Jeez. It's like I have this piece done on another account, but I don't have, like... Am I like 10 pieces away from having this done? Or 10 pieces away from having that done, and then what we need? We're 9 from having this done. Dude, that's... CLS is going to be our first relic, boys. If you didn't know, it's going to be another couple of days, but CLS is going to be it's going to be our first relic. So, get ready. Get ready. Don't get too excited because we don't have anybody else for the team. And so it's going to be like Relic CLS with Scrub Leia, Scrub Ben, Scrub R2, and Scrub whoever else. R2 is something I don't think that we're going to get from anybody, so we're going to go ahead and put some points here on R2. I didn't realize I had too much of that. Let's go ahead and give him that Omega. This is another Omega. This is a lovely, Zeta. and this is a Zeta. I'm not too sure about those, so we're gonna hold off. And yeah, we're gonna work on trying to get R2 up to 12, and then Relics. I mean, because they're not gonna give you a pack for R2 because you don't need him for anything. Well, CLS, but everybody has CLS, and so the only way you're gonna buy a CLS pack is if you're just starting new. Like, I don't know, CLS just doesn't make sense to have a light to be paid for. If they do, it's like $5, and like everybody will buy it. Everybody would buy it, but yeah, still looking for Geos, obviously. Bounty Hunters, obviously. Phoenix, obviously. And for me, I think those are the big three that I would really love to see in the packs. So I mentioned who was going to be on my count around going forward. Talk about some stuff. Mandalorians, Bounty Hunters are going to be the heft of where my dark side users come from. Like I said, we're going to have that. We're going to have the Palpy Vader, Mara Jade, Circular team. But other than that, the Savage Omicron, who we need for the Executor and the Leviathan. So, we'll have a Sith Empire team at some point. By the way, so we're just in a holding pattern for all these guys right now until we see what the Lightspeed bundles are. Yeah. By the way, let's look at something real quick, because I want to see where this person is. Where is it? Sith Assassin. So, funny story, real quick. I don't know when it was. It was probably... So, SWTOR, the MMO, Star Wars The Old Republic, came out 11 years ago. Came out in 2012. And sometime after that, we were at a Christmas gathering for my family. And we were playing this game where it was like... It was like charades, but was not. Where you write, where everybody writes down things on a piece of paper, and you put them in a hat or whatever, and then everybody took turns drawing one, and they had to describe what was on the piece of paper, and so it's sort of like taboo, but not. But it was in that realm, in that type of realm, and at the time I was playing SWTOR. I was playing Assistant Assassin. If you've never played SWTOR, then it's basically this person right here, right? And I don't know that this whole thing tells a story. Just like with the Jedi, the Jedi Consular is a thing, but this representation of a Sith assassin and this game's representation of a Jedi Consular are not exactly emblematic, because like the Sith assassin is a subclass of what's called a Sith Inquisitor. And this was long before, this was before, I don't know, this is 2012, and this is Old Republic, so we're not talking about necessarily about the Inquisitorius, but in the Old Republic there are Sith Assassins, which can be tanks or melee DPS, basically. And then there are Sith Sorcerers, which can heal and do ranged magical attacks like electricity and stuff. And then the Consulars, which are the Jedi Consulars, are the broader class. And then they have two. In fact, let's just go to the Consular so I can talk about him real quick. There are two subclasses from the Consular. Okay, and so you have the Consular, and then this guy. So this guy has one saber, and he's a healer. Well, and if you've ever played the Old Republic, then you know that in there you can be a Jedi Sage, which is like the light side equivalent of the Sith Sorcerer, which can either be healer or range magical DPS, or a Jedi Shadow, which can go stealth and can use a double-bladed lightsaber just like the assassin. And yeah, but anyway, this particular Christmas, I wrote down Sith Assassin on this piece of paper, and you can imagine what type of people, the difficulty that people had trying to describe something that they have no idea what it is. And so, yeah, that's just a little anecdotal, and I know I got off on a little rabbit trail there. Apologies. If you have any questions about that story, please let me know. If you, in regard to SWTOR or whatever else. But anyway, I'm going to call it here because it's been over 28 minutes. And that rabbit trail took longer than I thought it would, so apologies for that. What? Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and restart this and claim this, and we'll call it good. So I'm hoping we have news tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday, if you're not paying attention. I haven't got a Grievous Shard and Darth Maul and Clone Trooper, Snow Trooper, and New Gunray. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. If you think I'm crazy, that's fine. If you think but let's talk about it. Either way, hope you have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow. Till then, make sure you hold the line, because they're going to come get us if you don't. Bye.